Code 32230 on a Bobcat T190 means ACS not calibrated, no parts, no dealer trip. That's a setting. And 3235 means the tilt handle or pedal isn't in neutral. That's a foot, not a failure. So why does a machine telling you exactly what's wrong end up sitting on a dealer's schedule? Because most operators see 4 digits, hear a beep, and stop reading right there. Today we decode the real T190 service codes, cheapest fix first, worst case last. Every code and every number here comes straight out of the factory service manual for this machine. Start with where they live. The hour meter doubles as your code display, right there on the panel. That little screen records operating hours, and it displays numeric service codes when the controller has something to say. If more than one code is present, they scroll. The display cycles them one after another. So watch it twice before you write anything down. The first number is rarely the only number. Same panel, press and hold and you can view the base or SHTDN shutdown feature. And if the display just says code A, nothing's broken. The controller is asking for a password, not reporting a fault. Before you decode anything, do the free work, because bad power fakes symptoms that look exactly like real failures. The manual is blunt about it. Corroded or loose grounds cause problems. See weird symptoms, check grounds. It's the lamp that works fine until somebody nudges the cord with a foot. Tight, clean looking, still the whole fault. Same category, the charging system. The T190 runs a 90 amp alternator and it starts with the belt. If that belt is worn or deteriorated, replace it. That's the manual's own instruction, not a suggestion. Then check the alternator fuse in the fuse panel. If it's burned, find the cause. Fuses don't die of old age. And if the fuse is in doubt, pull it and check it for continuity. Don't eyeball it. Now the codes themselves rank the way your wallet actually cares about them. Cheapest, tier first, the 09 family. 99 is fuel level low. That's it. That's the entire fault. The machine is telling you to go get diesel. But sitting right next to it are 2 codes that look similar and mean something completely different. 921 is fuel level out of range high. 922 is fuel level out of range low. Out of range doesn't mean empty. It means the signal itself is impossible. It's a kitchen thermometer reading 400 degrees. The number isn't low, it's nonsense. So 99 sends you to the fuel pump. 921 and 922 sends you to the sender and its wiring. If that distinction just saved you a fuel sender you didn't need, that's exactly what this channel does. Stick around. Next tier up. Still cheap, still no parts. 3223 ACS not calibrated. Nothing failed. The system just doesn't have a valid reference to measure from anymore. It's the bathroom scale you carried onto the tile and never re-zeroed. Real numbers, wrong starting point. Then there's a set of codes that are basically the machine refusing to start the conversation at all. 3234 is tilt actuator, not in neutral. 3235 is tilt handle or pedal, not in neutral. 3239 is lift actuator, not in neutral. 3240 is lift handle or pedal, not in neutral. 4 codes, 1 theme. Something isn't sitting where the controller expects it at that exact moment. It's the dishwasher that won't run because the door's a 1/4 inch shy of latched. Nothing to order. Here's where it gets more expensive and where guessing starts costing real money. The 32 family also covers wiring faults, and they're split by which end of the circuit is lying. 3232 is tilt actuator wiring fault. 3233 is tilt handle wiring fault. 3237 is lift actuator wiring fault. 3238 is lift handle wiring fault. Notice the split. The controller already separated the handle side from the actuator side. That's half your diagnosis, and the manual's own troubleshooting for this system starts nowhere near a parts counter. Step 1. Check the wire connections of the Bobcat controller and make sure the connectors are locked into place. Step 2. Check the pins inside those connectors for pins pushed back or bent. A pushed back pin still looks connected. It touches on a warm day and not on a cold one. That's the intermittent everybody chases for a month and never catches with the panel closed. Now the shorts, and here the code gets very specific about how the wire is failing. 3249 is lift actuator short to ground. 3250 is tilt actuator short to ground. 3251 is lift actuator short to battery. 3252 is tilt actuator short to battery. The handle circuits get their own for 3253 and 3254 short to ground, 3255 and 3256 short to battery. Short to ground usually means insulation wore through onto metal. Short to battery means it's touching something live. You're hunting a rub point, not a bad part. 2,000 hours of vibration against one bracket edge. Quick warning before you generalize. Don't invent a rule out of those last 2 digits. The manual lists these codes individually. It never publishes a legend saying a suffix always means one thing. Read the actual table for your machine. A guessed pattern is how good techs order the wrong part. Speaking of that table, the solenoid codes come listed in matched pairs. 23.2 is rear base solenoid error, ON. 23.3 is rear base solenoid error, OF. 24.2 is rear rod solenoid error, ON. 24.3 is rear rod solenoid error, OF. 37.2 is two-speed secondary error, ON. 37.3 is two-speed secondary error, OF. And a solenoid coil is one of the few things you can actually test with cheap tools in the yard. The manual gives you the number. Coil resistance is 9.8 plus or minus 1 ohm at 20 degrees Celsius. Outside that window, the coil's your suspect. Inside it, stop blaming the coil and go back to the wiring. You can also put 12 volts to that coil. You'll see it move and you'll hear it. Then there's the one nobody wants to see. 3241, no communication. The controller asks and gets nothing back. It's the drive-through speaker that's just static. Now here's the part that surprises people. The ugliest T190 problems often throw no code at all. Machine feels weak. Cycles slow. Everything on the display reads perfectly normal. That's a pressure question, not a code question. The manual puts main relief at approximately 3,300 psi and the high flow relief right around the same number. Testing it, flow should start dropping near 3,100 psi and reach 0 GPM at 3,250 to 3,300. And the fluid has to be warm 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 Celsius, or your reading is fiction. 2 rules. The manual states outright, check only one cylinder at a time, and open the rear door first. Relief valve adjustments are authorized service personnel work, and careless work around combustible starts fires. Know where your line is. Worst case in the code table is the actuator itself. 3231 tilt actuator fault. 3236 lift actuator fault. Then 3257 and 3258 lift and tilt actuator reduced performance. The door handle that still opens if you pull twice. And 3259 and 3260 lift or tilt actuator wrong direction. That one you shut down and park immediately. So the ladder is fuel and grounds, then calibration and neutral, then connectors and pins, then coils, then actuators. Here's the line worth keeping. The code tells you where to look. It never tells you what to buy. Walk in with the full scrolled list, a ground check and a coil reading, and nobody's charging you to guess. The exact specs, torque values, and full test procedures are in the service manual linked below. Like this, if it saved you a guess, and subscribe for daily diagnostics. Next up, the T190 hydraulic pressure test, start to finish. Go check your grounds first. They're free and they're guilty far more often than they deserve to be.